Thank you, everyone, for joining us on a new episode of Channel Orange. I'm your host, OK the God, the deity, the mogul. I am here with Puffco Poppy, the legendary Puffco Poppy. What are we puffing on today?
Today, we're puffing on some Zach's cake from Eden, some
Zach's
live
cake.
rosin, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I think we had some Lucky Orchard here a second ago.
Hey.
Puffco Peak Pro, so, getting prepared for this excellent podcast.
Yes, I'm sure it was tasty. Pause.
Okay, wow.
I say the pause. We have assembled to talk some shit. Now, we're in the doldrums of content right now because X-Men 97 is gone for the moment. They'll be back. They say they'll return before next winter, which is pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? They're coming right back. Now you were saying that in the news, in the new comics, there is a Michigas. So, expound, please.
So we're at the end of a golden age of X-Men comics. It's kind of ending like a wet fart at the end of the Krakoa era. It's not been a smooth landing, but it's been clearly like some editorial interference. It's been a very rushed ending with the X-Men, headed to the MCU. This happens very commonly where the comics likes to go back to the status quo to try to entice the movie fans
Like Miss
and
Marvel and shit.
Yeah, new people into an easy jumping off point to the comics. So they clearly had a hard editorial mandate to be like, hey, wrap this shit up immediately. And it's like, well, this storyline has 2 more years left, so you got 2 weeks to wrap. So things just ended very abruptly in the Krakoa era. It's very sloppy. Although Fall of the Houses X was, it had some moments. Storm being like the awesome savior of everyone, obviously. But a lot of plot holes too. Like Nimrod being like, Cyclops, the last X-Man left. It's no one else I could think who could stop me. It's like, Storm wasn't in your calculation, bro? She's like, that's not in your computer. All right, I don't know. But again, it feels like they had to create some plot holes to wrap things up quickly. And that's where we are. But more importantly, it's more of like some of the exit interviews from the people going out from the old era, kind of just being like, what are the mysteries that fans really had anticipated, and them just being like, we had no plans for that. We didn't know what we were going to do. It's like, damn, that's disappointing. You probably should have kept that to yourself.
Partake.
Yes. And then also, beyond that, the new editor-in-chief, Tom Brevoort, he's made some Brevoort, I don't know how to say his name, but
Brevoort.
had some comments that have been kind of troubling to the fan base. One talking about basically his description of Krakoa and how he talked about the era itself. Basically talking about how the mutants need to be brought back down to the real world. And it's like, that feels different when a black person hears that, because Krakoa is like an allegory for marginalized communities finally getting some shit for themselves and finally being up. So it feels weird for a white guy to be like, yeah, now for those uppity mutants need to get back to being hated and feared and being back in the real world. It just kind of rubs people the wrong way.
What does grounded mean for mutants? That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's like, why does their status quo have to be hated and feared and hunted and spit on while Spider-Man and the Thing are celebrated heroes? This is a rock man. Yeah. Why the fuck is he a celebrity?
But he's part of the first family of cool people that they like.
The X-Men have saved the world so many fucking times. I don't understand wanting to always go back to the status quo. Like, hey, we need to do another mutant genocide.
So do you think there is going to be a logical way for them to insert the X-Men into the MCU? Because it seems like they're going to do a whole lot of hamstringing.
They'll probably just do some multiverse kind of rewriting things. Secret Wars. If we're doing Secret Wars and stuff like that, that's the easy way to do that.
They didn't run into the Eternals problem where they tried to explain away in the movie, like, we didn't help because we can't interfere. What?
It's not even that. You just say the X-Men were in a separate universe, and then with the incursions, all the universes smashed together. You're going to get some version of Battle World. Once Battle World is undone, the universes you go back, you get. It's basically what happened in the comics. You can do that.
I'd love to see Battle World.
Yeah, that's a big part of Secret Wars. They're doing the Hickman Secret Wars.
CGI, what's the big cuz's name that run Battle World? I forgot his name.
Doctor Doom, or are you talking about the Beyonder, the original one?
Gizmo, Modo. He runs Battle World.
Battle World is from Secret Wars. That's Are you thinking of the Mojo verse?
Mojo verse. Mojo World.
X-Men,
Wrong guy. My bad. But yeah. Moving on.
Yeah, but the real actual controversy was Everett made a specific comment talking about when someone asked him about the Wolverine, Jean Grey, Cyclops love throuple in the Krakoa era. And he basically said it didn't happen. He was like, it's not in the pages. I don't see it in the pages. So to me, it didn't happen.
How the hell does anybody know it happened then if it didn't happen?
Well, the fans brought out the receipts and brought up the pages. And there are lots of pages where it's more than heavily implied that I think people are going overboard. I don't think Logan and Scott are in that jump banging. And that's not
each other.
Yeah, but they are definitely sharing Jean. And Jean there's an open polyamorous thing there's an understanding.
Jean popping.
Yeah, Jean popping. Women empowerment to the finest. Let's just say they're very. And the thing that sold it for me is when you look at there's a data page of the Summers house. Scott Summers built his dream house on the moon. Has his whole family. He's got young teen Cable. He's got Rachel Summers. He's got his wife Jean. He's got his family visiting. He's got his brother Vulcan there. He's got everything. You know who else lives in that house? Wolverine. Wolverine has a room right next to Jean Grey in Cyclops' home. Why would that be a thing? Why would they put a data page to specifically point out that not only does he have a room in the house, those 3 rooms are the only 3 rooms that are adjoining. Jean's room is in the middle. Cyclops and Wolverine both have rooms on, the opposite sides and have access to Jean's room. And they show you the exact floor plan of the house. So you see that a Cable and Rachel's room ain't like that.
Her room is in the middle because it'll be weird to go through some dude's room. I'm on my way to fuck your bitch. I'm sorry. You want some juice or something?
That's what I say. Smart floor plan. So it's they don't have to pass through each other.
She is popping.
I'm trying to tell you, man. So it's you don't tell us. Look, I can say you want to retcon it. Obviously, most of Krakoa is probably going to try to be forgotten for the new era, but don't gaslight fans to say it didn't happen because it's definitely on the pages. Don't say it's not in the pages when niggas they're on the pages. Yeah, I got the pages.
I got the pages.
I got the comics. So, and I don't like that regression for Wolverine mostly because I don't like simp Wolverine. I don't like Wolverine just being like, oh, I want your wife so bad, and she's just like, but I love Scott, and just doing that for 20 years.
20 years.
I like this new character development for Wolverine where he's like, yeah, man, I get to smash Jean, bro. I get to just be open with it. Cyclops just say, what's up, bro? Yeah, man, I'm just out here. And you really get to explore him and Jean's relationship in a way you haven't before, where they're just a real couple and not him just pining for dude's wife. It's a good dynamic. And Scott has always been up. He's always got Emma on the side. He got his own stuff. Scott is also popping in his own way.
Yeah.
So, don't feel bad for Slim over there. He's doing all right. So I just don't like the regression. The Krakoan era was so ambitious, and I just don't want to go back to just hated and feared in the streets and everybody, oh, fuck mutants, you fucking freak, you muties and shit. It's what are we doing in 2020? Can we push the storytelling forward and do something new? I just like where we were going. So look, I get it. I understand capitalism, and you gotta move things forward. And Hickman left anyway, and the Krakoan stories were going downhill after the architect of Krakoa left. So I get it. It had to end sometime, but don't gaslight the fans, bro. That's all I'm saying. Don't gaslight the fans.
There you have it. Well, if they're gonna, like you said, they're gonna rushing everything to try to insert them into the MCU. Of course, they're gonna try to retcon some stuff to make them more family friendly.
And I get it. Krakoa was very ambitious. They were an island of polyamorous, immortal beings.
Yeah.
And again, it was supposed to be uncomfortable. I was having another conversation with a friend about Krakoa, and it's people are kind of very divisive. They're divided about how they feel about it. Some people feel like it made the X-Men more villains. It made them more nebulous. They were segregated. They didn't want to be involved in they were all this, and they were doing some weird shit and some resurrecting people and shit and keeping that for themselves and all that. But it's bro, all they've done is be genocided. Them niggas just wanted an island for themselves to just be the fuck out the way. And like, they couldn't even have that, bro. Like, I'm tired of the constant Paradise Island genocide recycling arc. Where it's just like, I like the ambitious storytelling. Like, people die and come back in comics all the time. So why not make that an actual plot device in the comic where it's like, look, we used our amazing powers to literally solve death. We have all these reality warpers and people who can do all these amazing things. Why wouldn't we be able to figure this out?
Speaking of dying and coming back to life. Go ahead.
Oh, I was about to say, I thought we were segueing into something.
Nope, I'm not. That was a half spoiler. Go ahead.
No, why not make it a plot device in the storytelling? And it made it unique. And it made interesting stories about death being not such a big deal for the mutants and things like that, and what the implications for that morally and things like that. What did that mean for children now when the fucking adults live forever? Like, what would that mean for the next generation? If like the government, what if all our politicians found the key to immortality? That would be fucking problematic in a way, right? Like I said, they wouldn't give a shit about the youth because like, nigga, I'm gonna be young forever. And like, fuck you.
Sounds a lot like Fallout.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, for real, like, yeah, so it just opens up interesting storytelling ideas that you can't really do at the mansion. Just we're at the mansion being hated on by everybody.
Yeah.
They've terraformed Mars and made a whole civilization on Mars. And we had mutants with such interesting power sets that got introduced, like Iska the Unbeaten. How fucking awesome is that power? Like, that's a crazy ass power. For an Omega level mutant, what's your ability? I can't lose at anything, ever. What do you mean? Like, ever? Like, I'm unable to lose at anything.
Unable. Yeah.
Like, you want to play darts? I will win. I have to. Like, it's like domino, but Omega level. It's like the universe will make it so that I win at everything. It makes me miserable. I have no friends. Like, oh shit. Oh, actually, I guess that would suck. You can't ever lose it at anything.
Anything.
Oh shit. What would that do to you psychologically? Like, oh yeah, man, we just so many interesting stories. Apocalypse, being a goddamn family man. That man has a black wife, motherfucking kids, a whole motherfucking family life. Like, hey, bro.
Well, is Apocalypse black?
I'm gonna say he is.
One would think. He's from Africa.
He's from before. He's ancient.
Yes, he's ancient. Before they okay, never mind.
But his wife is black. She got the locks and everything. She out there, so good times, man. I'm gonna miss Krakoa. We got 2 weeks left. I think there are 2 Krakoa comic books left. We just ended the fall of the House of X, which is like the current day drama of what was happening. They're fighting Nimrod. They beat Nimrod. It's pretty straightforward and not the greatest comic, but Storm got to do some cool shit at the end. And Magneto came back to life and got to do some cool shit at the end. And it was a good moment for Cyclops. I do like when Cyclops gets his due. When he gets his due, it's like, yeah, people do forget that he's awesome. And like, that is cool. Like, every probability. You're not the strongest mutant, but you're always the last one left. You're always the one who's fighting the longest. You're always the grittiest. You're always the hardest
Captain
to
America,
kill.
Man.
Yeah, you're mutant Captain America. Like, you always the heart who is rallying people and shit. So it's like, you're always the most problematic. You're not the strongest, but you're the heart. So once I kill you, the X-Men are always officially dead once Cyclops dies. And then Storm packed his ass up. So, man made a miscalculation. Even Cyclops is like, yeah, you fucked up. I'm not the one you should be worried about. Hey sis, what he say in the show? Show him the forecast. Let's
Show him the forecast.
And then basically they're just waiting on Jean Grey to save them all. I think she just became the Phoenix again because of hope, and it's just like, okay, now we need some Phoenix to defeat Mr. Sinister, who's become a almighty, all-powerful dominion being outside of time and space itself. He's become like a god. So they're trying to beat Mr. Sinister, who's become a god that transcends time and space. Kind of cool. I love it. Like I said, cool concepts. It's just a rushed ending. And I'm going to miss it. Professor X has become a full-ass villain, too. It's very funny. He's just straight up like, good job, Cyclops. You saved everybody. I believed in you. Like, nigga, you did this. Like, yeah, I'm out. It's like, are you going to sacrifice yourself nobly? Like, nope. Nobody sees me. I'm out of here. It's like, bro, what? Like, justice, maybe later. I have more schemes. So
it still trips me out how Professor X ain't Omega level. Like, that's crazy.
Because Jean is stronger than him. Like, that's it. Jean can do everything he can do, but better.
It's fucked up. Anyways, moving on.
Those are my X-Men rants for the day.
Moving on, man. NBA playoffs. It was a beautiful game last night, a wonderful game last night. The Timberwolves versus the Mavericks, game 1 in the Western Conference Finals. Off rip. Anthony Edwards, you must not understand who Kyrie Irving is, first off. Because he called him out before the series started, said, look, I want Kyrie. I want to check Kyrie. Kyrie, I think he scored 25 points in the first quarter or some shit like that. No. He was like 25 points in the first half. So one would think that he took that personally. And the thing about it, you trying to check Kyrie, chasing him all around the goddamn court. He didn't have enough gas for the offensive end, leaving him with about, I want to say 19 points last night. And he was clearly gassed because I seen him mouth the words in like the second quarter, I'm tired of shit. And basically, that's how it went. You gotta be careful which tree you want to bark up on, especially Kyrie Irving, who's a professional scorer. Like, it's insane to just try to call him out. Leave that man alone. And leave Luka alone too, because it's the same thing on that side too. Don't try to be like, oh, I'm gonna check Luka now. I'm gonna strap.
Ooh. Well, you gotta respect your elders.
Respect your elders.
Kyrie is
it's Uncle Drew.
A lot of people owe Kyrie a lot of apologies for a lot of things.
It's Uncle Drew.
That's all I'm saying. Bro, a lot of Kyrie slander that needs to be retracted. But yeah, great series. He was tired. You can see that man was gassed. His fucking health bar was blinking. My man was in that zone.
He wasn't even driving. Gassed. He wasn't even driving no more. He was done, bruh.
But we're living in unprecedented times here. This is the first time in my lifetime that I've ever seen two white men be the best two players in the NBA. It's crazy. Luka's different. Luka's absolutely different. Like, Joker is also great, but like Luka is just absolutely different. When he is snapping and hitting those step backs, those clutch shots, when he just decides
in the fourth, bro.
Yeah, when he just decides
when you need it.
I just am going to just dominate in every single way offensively.
Bruh, in the fourth quarter, when that nigga went on the 7-point run by himself, I think it was two layups and that step back, and the niggas called timeout. They was like, oh, Luka woke up.
Yeah, you could tell he's like different. He woke up. He has a different swag. He moving different. It's like, oh, he's decided it's time to get disrespectful. It's time to just get filthy. You done. And some of those passes, bro, some of the just most beautiful passes, most accurate, perfect passes on these lobs and threading the needle to these shooters.
Yeah.
And it's just like, hey, yo.
That nigga Daniel Gafford is just having the time of his life down there. All I gotta do is catch these goddamn lobs.
This man went from the Wizards and Jordan Poole to this, living his best life. Good for you, guys.
All I gotta do is play defense and catch these goddamn lobs. That's it. From the best passers in the world, Luka and Kyrie.
And him and Lively, great 1-2 punch. You always just have a lob threat in there at all times. So, such a great decision to get Gafford.
And you would think that Minnesota would have got blown out with Ant not performing, not like getting 30 or whatever, but they kept with him. It was a good game. Jaden McDaniels,
shooting it well.
Shot it well. He is. I mean, people. This is a hot take, but Jaden McDaniels is who everybody thinks Miles Bridges is.
Miles Bridges, the one who beat the shit out of his girl?
No, the one in New York, not his brother.
Mikal Bridges?
Mikal Bridges.
I was just like, what? So he also plays basketball, but.
Let me rephrase that. Jaden McDaniels is who everybody thinks Mikal Bridges is.
Nah, Mikal Bridges is way better offensively, but McDaniels is better defensively, though.
That's my hot take.
That is a hot take. That's a wrong take. That's a bad take, but
that's my hot take.
He's good though. McDaniels is like that though. He's having a great postseason. He's really showing people that he deserves way more respect than he's gotten, especially if he continues to be more consistent as an offensive threat.
He's better than Mikal. He's better. He's better.
Maybe.
Do you think Mikal would have kept them niggas in that game last night?
I like Bridges. I think Bridges is good if he's like in a position of. I think he's a better scorer.
Is he better than Bradley Beal?
Yes.
We're here to dance on the grave of Bradley Beal every chance we get.
I don't know why. Yeah, I want to say I don't know why Bradley Beal was even brought into this, but
because in the other series
bullets.
we got the 6'10" Bradley Beal, as you call him. See, that's a segue right there. See, come on, I got you.
The most fraudulent series I've ever seen.
I don't want to be rude. This is not a compelling series to me. This is like the intro to the finals. Like that. The Boston Celtics are just sleepwalking. Even if, you know what I'm saying, the game winner from Jaylen Brown, which was amazing.
Great shot. Yeah.
Great shot. You should have put your fucking hand up, Siakam. I don't know why you didn't put a hand up.
They should have fouled immediately on them. I shouldn't have let them get a three. Like, once he got there, there's nothing you could do. You just hope he misses, but you fucked up at that point.
Stand straight up.
Then you'll get the shea call. You don't want to get that.
Oh, you don't want to get shea call. You don't want to get shea call. This nigga would have fell in the Raptors and everything. Yeah, would have fucking would have embellished.
It looked like he was trying to flop anyway. And then he was like, shit, no contact. And he actually just made the shot, which more players should do. Like, why don't you try to make the shot and then flop? Niggas try to flop into the shot. And it's like, nigga, you probably could have made it.
That's what Kobe used to do. He used to pump fake and then make the shot, not pump fake and then be like, I'm stuck, pass it back. Like, shit, no, it don't go like that with Kobe. But, yeah, this is not a compelling series, man. Tyrese Halliburton, do you want to put him in the FITL?
Oh, he was looking real funny in the light. My man dribbled the ball off his foot like twice in clutch trunks. Just some goofy. One of them was great defense from Drew Holiday, but if you're an all-star point guard, you can't just be having them Looney Tunes ass turnovers at the end of the game, bro.
Tyrese Halliburton, you have been inducted into the Funny in the Light All-Stars. Congratulations. Tyrese Halliburton.
Yeah, he earned it this last game. He got real funny when the lights got bright. And that bad turnover they had on the inbounds. When they had a timeout, just like, you can't get the ball inbounded, call a timeout. Do not turn the ball over on the inbounds. It's just like, both teams were just like, how can we fumble this game? It was like a fumble off.
Yes.
And I was just like, the Celtics, I see why Celtics fans like Bill Simmons and them, like, I see why this team blows y'all. Even with the number one seed and how good they are and how frustrating they are. It's like, hey, bro, Jaylen Brown is awesome, but he has like 2 turnovers a game that are the worst turnovers you've ever seen in your life, where he just looks like he does not own a left hand.
Oh, you talking about that pass over everybody's head?
And then one where he looked like he just like gave the ball up, like he just lost it. It was like, ah, damn. Yeah. And it just like, hey, bro, what the fuck? Like, you are amazing. And then that was what? How did you, what? And then Jason Tatum.
Horrible shots, huh?
The shot selection.
The horrible shot selection.
It's like, bro, when you're under the basket getting like, when he got the and one on McConnell at the end of the game, it's like, why don't you do that way the fuck more? It's just like somebody said, when it becomes crunch time, this man's just like, I need to take the most difficult shot of all time.
Shot. Hey, didn't somebody say, hey, Jason Tatum is an unstoppable player when he remembers that he's 6'10"?
Yeah, it's like, bro, why don't you need to go to the rim more. You need to be doing things with that.
Go to the rack.
Like, long contested fadeaway. Like, why did you do that? Like, y'all could have got good offense. You got...
6'10" is like 7 foot tall, so that's crazy.
Some of that's coaching, too. It's just kind of like, bro, they just like, ISO ball. Hero ball. I'm Kobe Bryant now. It's just like, just be Jason Tatum, bro.
Yeah.
Just, I don't know. I saw a tweet that said Jason Tatum continues to win games, but simultaneously prove he's not that guy at the same time. And I've never seen anything like it.
They're okay. Another hot take. Jaylen Brown is better than Jason Tatum.
It's close. It's closer than people want. It's an uncomfortable conversation that needs to be had.
That bailout shot last game.
That was a bailout shot,
That was a step.
Niggas would have been slandering. We would have been seeing that TikTok nigga for 3 days if they would have fucking lost that game.
Let that nigga Jaylen get another game winner. Niggas going to be looking at Tatum like FITL. Especially when y'all have been so good for so long that y'all haven't got to the mountaintop. Like, bro, niggas is getting sick of this
beating up on the East. And this is the easiest path you've ever had, bro. So if y'all lose to this, y'all
Granted, they
fumble
bought
his
in.
game.
They bought into Chris Stapps. That was y'all fault. That nigga is damaged goods. He's been damaged goods since he left New York. That's why niggas from New York got rid of him.
He would make them a threat again if he can come back in time for the finals, though.
If it was a fifth, they said this nigga can't. He ain't coming back to like game 4 type shit.
Well, they don't need him in this series, so they shouldn't.
Oh, they don't.
They're fucking.
They don't.
Al Horford out there getting barbecued by Siakam. They just let that happen.
Yeah.
What are they gonna do? Put in fucking what's his name? Put in the white guy recruits that they got in the back, Pritchard Hauser,
Luke Cornett. Swear to God, Brian Scalabrine, for God's sake. He's probably still playing there. Fuck. In the back somewhere. They probably still got, what's that motherfucking name? Omar Sheik somewhere on the goddamn roster somewhere. They all looking like,
but they still have the best starting 5, even still, like, defensively.
Yeah.
So they should, theoretically, cakewalk their way to the finals and have to deal with whoever comes out. Minnesota just looks like they ended up, that's a maturity issue. That was an execution issue.
Not ready yet.
Like I said, Mike Conley helps them a lot. I'm glad to be proven right on that. Look, niggas, I don't hate D'Angelo Russell.
He fucked
but
up
I said, when they had D'Angelo Russell, if they had a fucking point guard on this team, they could go somewhere. And as soon as they got Mike Conley, this team became a competent fucking team.
They got an identity.
Yeah, somebody who can orchestrate offense like a fucking adult and, be a good vet. So it's like, yeah, Mike Conley's not a better player per se than D'Angelo Russell, but when you need an actual point guard, they don't need more scorers.
I have a little beef with Mike Conley because he was on my parlay last night for 4 threes.
Damn.
He only made like 1.
Yeah, I don't know how you did that. 4. You had a lot of belief in that.
I mean, when I look at a parlay, I go with, okay, what should happen? You know what I'm saying? They had Joan on there. Kyrie, 20 points. Easy money. Kyrie's going to 20. Kyrie, 25 points. Okay, did that too. Luka, 30 points. Okay, he's going to do that. Luka kind of scared me a little bit because he did turn up to the 4th. He scared me a little bit. And then, like, you know what I'm saying? You got some shit like Mike Conley, 4 threes. I'm like, bro, it's just 4. It's just 4. Just wide open threes. They're going to double Anthony Edwards eventually, but they never got to double Anthony Edwards because he didn't turn up. So if he turned up, you get the open 3, whatever. Shit.
It's good defense,
Fuck
man.
me up.
Seen a lot of Anthony Edwards slander too. After it's just like, and I get it. Like he talks a lot of shit, but he's 22. He's 22. He's like a top 10 player in the NBA right now. Like he's 22 years old. People just like he ain't Michael Jordan yet. He need to stop talking.
But
like
think about
Michael
it like
Jordan,
this.
Michael Jordan was in like a second year in 22.
If this nigga came, if he existed like 10, 20, 30 years ago, he would have said, yeah, I'm a guard Kobe. Kobe would have been like, what? Kobe would have did that nigga dirty. He would have did him worse than Kyrie did. He would have took it way more personal than Kyrie did.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely.
Kobe would have had 75 points on that nigga.
Yeah, Kobe would have tried to score 80.
Like he would have did something dirty to him. So it's cool. It's cool to be competitive, but it's smart to just chill. You don't want to get nobody no added.
He's 22.
Yeah,
that's the flaw with being 22 and being that that popping. You know what I'm saying? Like you hot, everybody. You get a little big for your britches sometimes.
Sad thing
gotta get humbled by the elders.
If they switch it to Simon now, it's going to look like he running from him, and that's fucked up. But you did it to yourself.
No, you got to keep that now. You got to keep it. And he's one of the better defenders. He's doing a good job, but that's Kyrie Irving, bro. Yeah. You can do a good job, and he'll still get the buckets.
And then Jay McDaniels, he made a mistake too. He kind of said something about Luka. He's like, yeah, you got Luka, this and that. He was like, yeah, he just made some shots. I'm like, bruh, don't.
Yeah, Luka's gonna have a 50 ball next time.
Don't rile these niggas.
Yeah.
You know you rile it up, nigga. He was chilling on you the whole game.
Y'all was supposed to get this, man. And even Cat played good, even though I still have absolutely just no faith in Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah,
even when he plays amazing.
He fucked me over too. I had him on my parlay for 22 points. Not 22 scored baskets, but 22 points overall, just stats. He didn't even get that.
Damn.
Fucked me. So, yeah. Excellent game 1. We got game 2 of the Eastern Conference Finals today. I probably missed that one. Probably go to the gym with some shit. What else we got?
What else do we have? I don't know. Not much football. We're just getting OTAs and training camps and shit. Not much going on. Looking good with the...
How do you feel about the Caitlin Clark
Oh yeah, that's
Debacle.
cool. Not even a debacle. That's what happens when you are the best player. Typically in leagues, you go to the worst team. So it's just like
You have
like
to.
she's 0-5, but she's on a team that was bad for a reason. That's why they got her. They drafted first, and then like the like I see how some of the veteran players would have some like not animosity but. Yeah, you're not gonna come in here and show us up like you a kid. Like we have been at this level.
Especially the
we
way
should
she's
be getting the
built right now. Like she's built like the Messiah. It's like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, and there are ladies just as good, if not better than her in the league right now who have deserved that level of spotlight. So when they come in and
you can see it.
And Becky is getting all the love, she gonna feel that.
And she's getting
every
touched
screen.
up.
Yeah,
she
feeling every screen.
Up.
She feeling every foul, and it's like that's what happens. You're a rookie. You gotta earn your keep. She's gonna be good. She's nice. She's nice. She's still nice with it, but yeah, you're not gonna come in there and cook these grown ass women who are professionals who have been doing this. Like they've been hooping. Like women's basketball didn't just start with Caitlin Clark, and they're just reminding her that.
Probably got turned up a little bit, but it ain't just start with her. Like
yeah, she's not the first cold ass hooper that came out. She's just the first one that's getting this much hype.
Yep. Commercials and deals and shit. That shit crazy.
Yeah, so it's good for the sport, but I don't agree with the niggas saying, oh, they should go easy on her and let her cook. Like, fuck no. They've been in that league. I want this league to be competitive. That's what the league needs is some rivalry, some juice, man. Like, nah, man, don't go soft on her just because she the meal ticket. Like, don't hurt her. I mean, don't do no wild Draymond shit on her. Don't drop kick her ass.
Thank you for bringing up Draymond. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, that's all I'm saying. Like, don't OBOD with it. But all I've seen is some hard screens and some good tough fouls. Like, nothing. I ain't seen no wild flagrant shit. So it's just a welcome to the league for such a high profile player. Caitlin Clark's a bucket though. She's gonna be all right.
So, speaking of Draymond, thank you for bringing it up because I forgot the topic. But I just saw a clip where he was on Shaq's podcast. I don't know if you saw it. I mean the clip. But he said that his Warriors team from the Bogut, Clay, Bogut, Steph. I want to say 72-0 team. I don't think he mentioned the Kevin Durant mob. But he said that team would beat the 0-1 Lakers.
Well, I don't know. Now I don't know about the Bogut part. Who's stopping Shaq?
Nobody. That's the point.
Yeah, I'm just like
you can't stop a hurricane. You just deal with it.
It'd be close, but like I mean, so I think it goes 7. But I don't know if he's stopping Shaq with just Bogut, man.
And then he was like, "Who gonna guard Kobe?" He was like, "Clay." Shaq looked at him crazy.
Clay's your best chance. I mean, somebody got to get the assignment. Like
somebody got to get his work.
Yeah, like. Whoever it is going to get, like, you got to be on Kobe. So, Clay, that's the correct answer. Like,
I've seen Clay get turned up by Kyrie. Like, come on, bro. Like,
Clay in his prime is a great defender. Like,
you think he could check prime Kobe?
I don't think mostly anybody can check prime Kobe. What are you talking about, man? Kind of fucking landmine question was that? Like,
I'm just saying. Y'all can't stop these niggas. Y'all can't even figure out how to stop these niggas. Like, so it's a non-question of Draymond just being like confident, but y'all can't do nothing with it.
Yeah, that's his team. He's supposed to say that, but that's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy talk. What's happening in Doctor Who, man?
We had a good episode, like a really, really good episode last week, actually. Universally, seemingly liked episode. I really, really enjoyed. Boom was the episode of Stephen Moffat, old showrunner, OG from some of my favorite years, the Matt Smith and Capaldi years. He's back to write Boom, and it's kind of a bottle episode and really simple premise. It's just the Doctor and Ruby end up on like a planet during like a war. He steps on a super fancy landmine, and the whole episode is like he can't move. If he moves even like a little bit, or it's like tied to his life signs too. So if he like gets worked up, heart rate and all that, he'll explode. And it's about him trying to figure out how the fuck to get off this mine. So it's like Ruby, and it's like, oh shit, you on a mine? Like what are we about to do? And it turns out like the mine, basically like Full Metal Alchemist nigga turns you into the bomb. So it like turns you chemically into a bomb, but that's a problem because he's a Time Lord. So they're just like, we don't give a fuck. He's just a guy on a bomb. Like he gonna blow up anyway. Fuck it. So when the soldiers come, they don't care. Just like, he stepped on the line. I don't know. What the fuck am I going to do about it? I can't help him now. He's about to blow up. But then he's just like, I'm a higher being. Like I'm a paradox. Like if I blow up, it's gonna be way bigger than like a normal nigga blowing up. And they like do a scan. It's like, oh, he gonna blow up half the planet. We should all. This is everyone's problem. We need to get this nigga off this mind. And that's like the whole premise of the episode. The doctor trying not to destroy half a planet because he stepped on a landmine.
What episode count is this?
This is the third episode of the season. If we don't count the Christmas special, it's kind of weird. Christmas special, I guess that's episode 1. So we had Church on Ruby Road, Space Babies, Devil's Court. So this would be 4. Fourth episode.
So how do you feel about the doctor so far?
I like the doctor. Like I said, the stories were a little slow to start. Like I said, still not a big fan of Space Babies. People can't convince me on that one. To give it higher than like a 7. I'm just sorry. It just didn't do it for me. But the doctor himself, I think he's been really good. His performance has been good. I think he has channeled his own unique... the way the best doctors do it, where they have their own unique vibe, but they also really channel the character. Like, like, oh, this is the doctor. He's saying all the shit the doctor would say. He's got all the... Like, when he steps on the landmine, he's like, go, Ruby, go see if somebody else needs help. And he's just like, she's like, nigga, you need help. And he's just like, that's some shit the doctor would do. Like, I'm in danger, but I know I can get my way out of this. See if anybody else is in real danger. And just some of the quotes he had about capitalism and faith, and some of the speeches, the epic speeches, where he's like, the one that caught fire was like, faith, the thing you need, so you never have to keep thinking for yourself. So all the religious people are like, oh damn, you're taking shots at us and shit.
That's deep.
But it's just like, I mean, yeah, but Doctor, he's done good. I think it's cool, but also I don't know how he doesn't have like a signature outfit, and that's kind of been a thing for a doctor. So I'm getting used to. I know he's trying to be a fashion icon, so every episode he's got like a way different fit, and it's kind of cool. But I also kind of like this.
You're not feeling the drip. You ain't feeling it.
The drip, the drip has been amazing. I'm just saying the switch over from episode to episode. I'm kind of used to the doctor having like a look for the season, like just for that season. That's kind of like their look. Like David Tennant, different variations of the suit, like the skinny suit, the chucks. Yeah. Capaldi kind of evolved the look, like the first season, kind of like the long coat and stuff. So it's like
even Eccleston had the trench.
He was just straight up. He had this short. Eccleston just had the black leather jacket, and that was just his jump. He was like, "I'm the simple doctor, no frills. I don't care about this shit. I just came out of a war. Fuck them colorful clothes. Like I killed millions of people." That was straight off the Time War doctor. He's like, "I don't give a fuck about none of this. I'm serious and angry." Like, all right, cool. But he's cool. I think he's done a really great job. I think we need to see a little bit more from the companion. Ruby is, I'm still a little, she's likable, but she's been more of a plot device than a companion. She's been very basic. And I know they want to go back to basics. They're even calling this season 1. So they want this to be as super accessible for new viewers. And she just seems like a very basic companion to me, though. Like, okay, just, I don't know what's making you more unique other than this is kind of a Clara thing where the season mystery revolves around you. So you're a companion, but you're also a plot device. And I know some people don't like that. I have to see just where it goes. I know how Russell T. Davies writes, and we'll get all our answers at the end. So it's all going to build up to something epic. And there's a cameo from this actress, this old lady who's been in every episode. And that has to mean something. Everyone's noticed it at this point. The actress name is Susan Twist. She's been in every episode is playing a different character, like a background. And everyone noticed just like, is that the same extra that was in the show last week?
She's Stan Lee?
Yeah, like, and then the third episode, it's like, wait, are they just reusing there's no way they're just reusing the same background actor so prominently in these just random roles in every episode. So there is going to be another ongoing mystery. It's like, who the fuck is this lady? Are you just gaslighting us and just giving this same just additional actor a role in every episode, but it's noticeable? Like, nah, something's going on, bro. This is why I love this show. You're putting these weird mysteries, and now you got the whole fan base speculating about an old lady who's been in the background every episode, but they haven't explained anything about her, and it's just like, what? And we know because the show's been so good with it, they're gonna pay it off. Like, they don't do shit like this and not pay it off later and be like, this is gonna be a thing, and they're gonna be like, oh, remember that old lady? Boom, 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 boom. And it's gonna do some cool shit with it. So it's like, I have faith that the show is back in good hands because it's not sexism. I love Jodie Whittaker. I think she did her best. She did her damn best, but I ain't never jumped off the show except for that era of the Chibnall. It got so boring. Every episode was boring as hell. And I don't know how they let it get to that. It got a bigger budget, but just got terrible. So I'm just so glad we got our original showrunner back and we can just steer the show back. People say it's too woke. Just don't watch it then. We're good. Like, I'm tired of hearing that every week. It's so woke. Like, the show has literally just been like this forever since I've been watching it. Like, it's a goofy British kids show. I don't know what you want, bro. Like, I just don't know what you want.
So, thank you for that on Doctor Who. They revealed the new James Gunn Superman. They revealed his new suit. The new suit just got revealed, and the internet is in an uproar. It's very polarizing. I mean, at this point, damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah,
People don't have shit to say. You know what I'm saying? But in my opinion, I like the Man of Steel suit better because it was more modern and more streamlined than the.
You don't like the trunks on the outside? You don't like the red undies, man?
Never understood that. Never understood it in all my years. You were a freaky ass superhero if you got trunks on the outside. Can you imagine you get in a car accident and a nigga pull up with trunks on the outside? Hello, Christopher. Would you like my assistance?
I'm good. I don't need any help. I'm good.
But you look like a pretzel right now in this truck. I can just rip this door off and I'll fly you to the hospital.
You got anybody with regular pants on?
No, we all wear tights now. It's a tight initiative. We're the tight Avengers. You a freaky ass superhero. That's the title of the episode too. But yeah, man.
I think it was less of the costume and more of the image that they used of like the world ending outside is like an apocalyptic event and Superman's like calmly strapping up his boots and everybody's just like, hey nigga, hurry up, like what are you doing, bro?
Like, bro, I gotta deal with this shit again.
Yeah, it's like people dying and he's just like got my apple bottom jeans, got the boots with the fur on his jumps, man. Gotta get fly out here, get these jumps on right. So it's a weird image to use, but yeah, I don't care until I see the movie. I just want to see the movie.
Yeah.
I'm really tired of promotional material for stuff. I think we've gone overboard now of a culture of like trailer breakdowns and promotional images and previews. Now we get a whole scenes from shows before they drop. Like, hey, this episode comes out tonight. Here's a 3 minutes of it. And it's just like that. Why are you showing me that? I'm about to watch it.
They did that for X-Men 97. I'm like, bro, I don't want to watch it.
They do that for like all the shows now. It's like, here's a full scene to get you like, I don't want. Yeah, like,
I can wait.
I don't want to watch part of the show before the show. Like, I'm tired of promotional stuff. It's gone overboard. Even the new rock stars, I love that channel, and they do the trailer breakdowns and stuff. But sometimes, like, here's a 45-minute breakdown of this trailer. Like, good God, like what?
Yeah,
what?
You get really deep.
And it's just speculation, and it's reaching, and they're really like, they're reaching for content. Like, maybe this could mean, and they're just this number 77 was for a comic book that came out in 1977. Maybe, I don't know. And just like, all right, bro, you guys are reaching now. Like, this is, I'm tired of. Let's calm down on the previews and shit. I don't even want to watch previews outside of a movie theater. Like, if I'm in the theater, I'll rock with those previews, but shit. I'm not looking for...
Mad Max came out today.
Yeah, I'm going to catch that this weekend.
Fuck.
That's a must.
Yeah, Mad Max came out today, yeah. But yeah, oh, before we leave, we got to talk about... They announced a showrunner for the MCU Vision show. That's still coming out. Whoever fucking remembers that Vision flew off in WandaVision and ain't nobody seen him since. So yeah, that show has a showrunner. We still waiting on the Blade movie.
That ain't never coming out, bro.
In production hell, production limbo as it were. It's probably in Tartarus. Act All Along, the show. I mean, shit. I forgot the title. They changed the title too, so I don't gotta remember it. Ironheart is coming out. Armor Wars is not coming out. Thunderbolts comes out next year. Yeah.
I'm not excited for anything you just said.
But Deadpool, I'm excited for Deadpool.
I'm
super
cautiously
excited. You're excited. You're excited.
If it sucks, I'm really gonna. It's gonna be over.
Suck.
It's gonna be over for the
Deadpool
MCU,
movies don't suck. They have never sucked.
They're not. It's not been a bad one yet, but
they don't suck.
This one's got the weight of trying to revive the entire MCU.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna suck. I think it's gonna be dope, man. I think it's gonna be dope. Yeah.
It's just gonna be a silly cameo movie. I'm down, I guess, but I don't. Why do we need an Agatha Harkness show? Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? Why? No, somebody answer me. Who asked for it? Who the fuck asked for it? Who the fuck asked for this?
Why?
Who wants
Why? Tell them that it's for the money. Why?
Vision?
Why?
Are we do we need a Vision spinoff show? Do we? Do we fucking need this?
No, we don't.
Or are we getting a Wonder Man show? Are we?
Oh, I'm interested in Wonder Man. I like Wonder
We're
Man.
scraping the bottom of the barrel, man.
They're running out of characters, but
They're not. They're just not doing the interesting one. We've been waiting on the X-Men movie for this entire time.
yeah, and they never got back to Shang-Chi. You know,
Yeah, they made a halfway decent movie and
Yeah,
just like we'll never
just
see
not
that
gonna
guy
get back
again.
to that. But you know, I got faith in Marvel, man. They learn from their mistakes. Everybody shit on them for how trash they've been. So all they got to do is, you know, put out the hits.
Yeah.
And they have the capability to do it. Now, if they have shown they have the capability to do it, so I have faith in them doing it.
I watched Echo. I'm done. I watched Echo. I watched Moon Knight. I watched She-Hulk.
You ain't gonna do that to Moon Knight. You ain't gonna do that to
It's
Moon
in
Knight.
that too. It's
Moon
not
Knight
bad.
is not as bad as Echo.
It's in the same
Echo is
tier.
unwatchable after the first episode.
They're both bad.
Echo, but Moon Knight is not that bad,
Moon
bro.
Knight it's bad.
Bruh, they introduced Hulk's son at the end of a goddamn
That's also bad.
series.
I said She-Hulk. That didn't get off unscathed.
Bruh, Secret. You
Secret
think Moon
Invasion
Knight
too? Yeah,
is
Secret
bad
Invasion
as Secret
terrible.
Invasion?
Secret Invasion was the most boring.
Secret Invasion
Adaptation.
was the worst television series. It was the worst one.
Echo or Secret Invasion.
Okay, Echo might be the worst.
Yeah,
I actually say through Secret Invasion, but Echo.
They're both Secret Invasion might be the worst. It might be the worst. I don't know, man. They're both horrible. They're horrendous.
I didn't make it through Echo.
Moon Knight's down. Man, Moon Knight's bad. It's She-Hulk.
It's not
All four
as
of them Jones are bad.
It's not as bad as the rest.
Because Moon Knight even got my hopes up. That joint looked like it was going to be good at first, and then it just like this went nowhere.
Then he had
This
kaiju
went
and
nowhere.
shit.
What the hell?
A giant alligator at the end, like, oh, whoa, what are we
And they
doing?
cut away from everything interesting. We're gonna cut the budget. We spent all our money on Oscar Isaac, and now we can't show you Moon Knight fight anybody.
Oscar Isaac and
Oh yeah, Ethan Hawke.
Ethan Hawke. Yeah.
So we blew our budget on the actor, so we're gonna have them just cut away through every fight scene. Okay, if you did that a few times, I'd be with it. But the final battle, my G, we don't get to see a final battle. It's just like, yeah, a lot of cool stuff happened off screen.
Vibes.
Off screen would have been cool to see that, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Nah. Throw Moon Knight in the category. She-Hulk, they were unhinged for trying to do that with that CGI. It's like, maybe you shouldn't do this if you don't have the technology to do this. I didn't mind the structure of the show just being an unserious kind of sitcom comedy kind of thing, but CGI was bad. They're just distractingly so. Like, I don't know why you guys attempted this. Yeah, we're talking about the worst. Secret Invasion. That shit was boring as fuck. God damn, that was boring.
It was
boring. It was inconsequential. It didn't do anything.
Yeah.
It made no sense. It had plot holes. They asked the nigga who made the show, when did Rhodey get switched? They're basically like, I don't know, nigga. Like, do you guys not know? Do you care?
Nobody
What the fuck?
knows.
This is terrible. Nick Fury has a wife you never mentioned again? What the hell? Yeah, that was bad. That
One
whole
would
show.
say it should be a secret.
Yeah.
It should have been a
And
secret.
also, nothing to do with the Secret Invasion story in the comic.
Not
Absolutely
one.
fucking nothing other than scrolls were involved.
They told him not to even reference
Yeah,
it.
read the comic. Don't read the
make
comic
it-
this is based off of.
Make it off your own vibes. Let's just roll off your own vibes, man.
And make it suck, apparently. Because that shit was
Make
terrible.
it bad. Make it bad. Yeah. Make it CGI.
They blew the Rhodey mystery over a phone call. Like, what the fuck were they even doing? Like, this show is so lazy. It's just like, it felt disrespectful where they're just like, the fans will watch anything at this point. They're fucking morons. Just give them, let's put in the least amount of effort possible and just get this shit done. And like, somebody had to call them on their shit. Now they're just like, maybe we should make less projects and actually care about them.
And just, slow down and concentrate on a few things a year.
Yeah, just make those things good.
That's
Instead
it.
of try to churn out as much
the
capitalism
churn.
as you can.
The churn fucked everything up, man. But I have faith in Marvel, man. I'm always have faith in Marvel.
X-Men 97, only thing keeping their lights on right now.
And, that's probably going to steer Marvel the MCU live action in a good direction. That thing. Yeah.
Well, like I said, they're making Invincible look bad for sure. The animation quality on X-Men 97 and also how soon they plan to come back is going to definitely dunk on Invincible. Yeah. Invincible making the excuse, the animation takes so long. We have this man, you guys gotta hurry up. I love Invincible, but you guys gotta make this faster.
Too much red tape over there, man.
Here's 4 episodes. Now we're gonna take a 4 months break. What? Why would you?
And then be back with 4 more, and then we're gonna be gone for a year.
Year, yeah, at least a full calendar year, and probably more.
Tripping.
It's it shouldn't take this long when the animation on the show not super impressive most of the time. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, my side tangent there on animation, but not particularly excited or happy with anything Marvel's done lately, other than X-Men 97. Excellent, loved it.
But Deadpool is coming out in a few months. Everybody, catch the new Deadpool 3. Oh, and Venom's coming out too. Get excited.
Venom what?
Get excited.
They're making another Venom movie? Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, they are. They actually returning money on these Venom movies, man. So hey, they gonna keep putting them out. Oh, you want a goddamn Craven movie with that?
Yeah, that's what I was like. Is that still coming out too?
I don't know.
Oh my God, Sony! Somebody fucking stop them! Is there nothing we can do?
I think that's till they integrate their Spider-Man into their universe. So I don't know. I don't know what the fuck is happening over there. But
I sat through Madam Web. It's like this should be.
It's on Netflix now.
What Sony's doing should be a crime at this point. It's somehow hoarding the intellectual property to something by just making shitty movies, trying to make a Spider-Man cinematic universe that they can't mention Spider-Man or use Spider-Man in any way. It's insanity. Why the fuck? Madam Web was literally the worst big budget film I've ever seen. A big major, it looks like it shouldn't have gotten past the first quality control screening. Where someone's like, oh man, let's see if this is any good. Oh, this is terrible. This should have gotten what the Batgirl movie got. They should have just been let's just put this in a garbage can.
The file. Burn the file forever.
Yeah. This didn't happen. Sorry, guys.
Never happened.
Let's just cut our losses here. Tax write-off. So, yeah, we need to do better. We need to do better, studios, and put some care. Look at how X-Men 97 was good because you tell the writers gave a fuck about it. There was heart.
Yeah.
People gave a shit about the care and the writing of these characters. How about you do more of that? I hope they just take the right lessons because most of the time, corporations take the wrong lessons from something where it's just nostalgia is what people want. Let's just do a bunch of nostalgia shows and not take the lesson that this show is only good because the writing was so good. It's not because it was a nostalgia brand that you brought back to, from the dead. Please don't go overboard on that. Just give us shows with good writing. This could have been any show about the X-Men, but it's great writing. It's about the writing. And I hope that's the lesson they take away from it and not they want more nostalgia. Let's go back to old ideas and shit, which is the lesson they'll probably take away from it. Mm-hmm. But I hope to be wrong.
So CJ is super excited about MCU so far. He's jumping out of the chair with excitement and joy. And that's where we'll leave you today on Channel Orange. I've been your host, LK. I've been here with Puffco. Tell someone you love them, gang.